brought in to make base raiding a fun activity once again. This ugly ship was brought in a new ability. Yes, what would you believe? A new ability. But was it all that it's cracked up to be? Well, let's have a look, shall we? This is the return of speciality ships. That is the Amalgam. I'm Admiral Pegasus, and this is Star Trek Fleet Command. Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into the video, I just would like to apologise for the lack of videos lately. There have been some, real life's been a little bit hectic lately. So, and I've been going through a little bit of stress at home, joys of being a parent, and to the point I've actually worn myself out to the point I'm constantly tired. Yes. So, unfortunately, my imagination has been sort of wavering a lot, and I'm hoping to get that under control and get back to content creating as much as I would like to do. But, for those of you who have remained subscribed, I'd like to say a massive thank you. Those of you who do watch the videos, again, massive thank you. All your views and your subscriptions are greatly welcome. For those who are not subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Come and join the community. I am currently working my way towards 500 to gain access to the YouTube's community page. Yay! But unfortunately at 312 I won't have access to that just yet. Also, it is free to subscribe to both myself and all the other content creators. It is entirely down to players, viewers and subscribers' choice whether or not you donate to the content creators. But that all being said, let's crack on with this video, shall we? So that's the Amalgam. Yes, it is an ugly ship. What can you say? Let's take a look around us, shall we? So I'm going to put myself back in the corner where I belong. Yes, there I go, in the corner, and I'm just going to reduce myself, not as small as I usually would do. But let's have a look. Now, this is a mishmash of parts. In fact, it's a lot of different ships from the game. You've got a bird of prey wing, as you can see by the Klingon symbol just around the centre of it, or what's most of the Klingon symbol. Now, whether it's actually the bird of prey, it's the Burrell, or it's the what's the next one up? It's not the Cavort, is it? It might be a Cavort. I can't remember. Like I said, so tired lately. I'm struggling to remember stuff. But you've got that at the front with its engine, and then you've got a Romulan ship wing. Legionary, I think it's more the Valdor, but given the way that its engine is. But yeah, so you've got that, and you've got all these Botany Bay style engines on the back of it as well. And as well at the top there, the mounted piece from a bird of prey or another Klingon ship. On the side here, you've got another warp nacelle, and then you've also, in the middle here, you've got all these storage units as well. But yeah, she is generally a mishmash. She is an ugly looking bird. But she does a job. Yes, she does have a job, and she does a fairly good job at it as well. Now, like I said, she brings in a new ability, but if we take a look at this is her ship ability, Combat Scavenger. After winning the battle, if the target has more resources than the Amalgam's cargo space has, the Amalgam will fill its cargo space, and then it will take an additional 0.01% of the remaining resources. This ability only activates if the Amalgam has an empty cargo bay before attacking. So, this is why I said it's meant to bring base raiding back into some fun with this. But we're going to look at some maths. Is that 0.1% really a value? Who knows? Look at these next two screenshots. these are the ship's abilities. So it starts off at level 1 as at 0.01%, and it will max out at level 45 because this is a G3 ship. Well, it's actually a G3 G4 hybrid, but it only goes to tier 9, which is level 45. But at level 45 it tops out at 0.1%. So in all that time between level 1 and level 45, it basically only has a multiplication of 10. Yes. But we will look at some of the maths. I haven't got any screenshots to show you because I don't really use it. Yes, and there is a reason why, and I will show you that just a bit later on. Now, moving on is the build cost. As you can see here, it's going to cost you 15 million titanium to build and 90,000 dilithium, and it'll take 21 days to build. But obviously, don't forget, all that as well is greatly affected by your research levels. So please remember, research, research, research. This thing requires 100 blueprints to get, and I will go over what... I know it says currently unavailable, but we will go into that shortly because there is a path to get this. And when it was originally released, there was no free-to-play path for it. But there is now. There is now, so that's all good and well. Now, here's your total cost to build this ship right up to tier 9. It costs you 22 billion titanium, and as you can see from the materials further down, you can see it's G3 and G4, predominantly a crystal ship as per most surveyors, and it also takes ore. Yes, a slight change from the gas. Instead of it being crystal and gas, it is crystal and ore. But yeah, so it takes up to the rare refined stuff of both G3 and G ore, including the survey parts. It is classified as a survey ship, but a lot of servers don't actually classify it as a miner. My server, you see this on a mining node and you want that node, you can take it without sending a 0 node warning, without it being OPC, no penalty, because we don't see this as an actual miner. It has a mining ability. Its mining rate is on par along with like the Devore and the Botany Bay, but it does mine. It is a survey ship, but people predominantly use it as a base raiding mechanic. And as you also see at the bottom here as well, we've got amalgam parts. Yes, you'll get these from your amalgam refinery, which we will touch on just a bit later on in the video. Now, that being said, let's talk some real sense here, right? Let's go back to these ship abilities, right? Now, I'm going to throw some maths on the screen for you here. Level 1 starts at 0.01%. So basically, what we're going to do, and I tell you what, let's go out of this screen because we're going to need some further information here, right? Now, as you can see at the minute, right here, my cargo space for this is 6.28 million. So if I'm going up against an enemy base and I've cracked it, I'm now able to start draining the resources out of it. What my ship will do is it will fill up that 6.28 million cargo bay, and then whatever's left in the base that I'm raiding, it will simply take an extra 0.01%. Where does that stand? Well, I'll tell you what, let's look at it from this standpoint, and let me just move myself. There we go. Now let's get rid of that and that. Okay, we'll bring that back up. Now look over here, right? If this base has, say, just like on the off chance, 1,000 bits of steel, 1,000 steel, right? I'm going to try and cut this down as small as I can. 0.01% is literally 10. Yeah, just 10. That's how much extra it is going to take above your maximum cargo. So if your cargo is, just say for instance, let's get rid of that 0.28. Let's make the maths easy. So we're getting rid of that 0.28. My cargo is 6 million. Okay, I'm coming up against the base and I've taken 6 million out of it. There's still 1,000 left in the base. Yes, it's significantly lower. How much am I going to take? I'm just going to take 10 bits of steel. Yes, 10 bits of resources off that 1,000. And I'm going to add that. So I now go to 6,010,000. Yes, such a massive, massive number. However, you get this thing maxed out, you can actually increase that. You can increase it a massive amount. By how many times? 10 times. Yes, you can increase it 10 times. Because at level 45, it is 100 to the 1,000. Yes. Out of 1,000 bits of steel, it is literally 100. Yeah. Now, for bases with pretty much no resource in it, that is a massive, massive waste of time. It's like, yeah, alright then, really? The most I've ever pulled out of a base going higher than that is 13 million. Now I know before you jump on about the crews and all that, there's crews to change that, I know. Yes, there is. And we are going to touch about it. We are going to touch on it. I need to recall it because obviously I sent it out originally starting this video before I realised I did a woo. I was at Warp. Yes, and that's where I was originally going to show you it, at Warp, but not anymore. So we're going to send it home. So there will be a brief edit where we're going to lose these 7 minutes. Crews. So we just have to wait for the ship to get into dock. But what I can show you to begin with is the current crew I've got. Now this is what I will consider a maximum crew loadout. In the middle you have 2 of 11. Now 2 of 11's captain's manoeuvre increases cargo size of the ship by 35%. Now bear in mind that this is synergied with his further Borg friend 4 of 11. Yes, it is 4 of 11. And who is 4 of 11? Well, he's the simulated version of Ston. Yes, Ston obviously packing a nice whopping 40% when he's maxed out. Yes, tier 5, 40%. So that's how much he's added to your cargo. So let's just have a look at, let me just see if these details are different. No, they're not different. So obviously Ston's going to add on. Having these on at the minute is literally, it's the wrong way around. I should have really showed you without them on the bridge, but that's fine. And then obviously you've got 4 of 11, where tier 1, if we get it, he starts at 40%. Yeah, so that's going to massively boost, and all these stack. Yes, they stack one on top of the other. So that's a bonus. We also have another cargo increasing officer in the form of Strange New Worlds Lalon, but she's a below deck officer, so you need to make sure she's on the below deck, and she will also boost your cargo even higher. Yes, even higher. So, oh hello, whoa! I think it's just had a rough drop out of Warp. I mean, this wow. Okay, so while she wobbles her way back to my base, and then when we get there, we can show you another officer that was brought in at the same time she was released in order to actually bring some balance and also to help you increase your load that you bring back. Yes. Okay, so now she's back and she's wobbling my base like crazy. But the officer you're in question is this lady here, Betor. Now, we're not going to worry too much about her captain's ability, because obviously this is using a cloaking ability. Now, the Amalgam has a cloaking device. Yes, it can cloak. Why you'd need to actually use the cloak on this thing, I really do not know. I mean, maybe you're trying to sneak in to raid a base. Yeah, downside to that one. You sneak into raid a base, you decloak, someone shoots you after you've raided. Now, you could use it the other way round. You could fly in, take a chance, sneak in, uncloaked, drag some resources out, cloak, and get out of dodge. But usually when you've actually finished raiding somebody, you hit that recall button and your ship flies home. Whether it be warping out or it be just because your base is next door. But so why you need a cloaking device on this ship, I do not know. But anyway, you've got Baitor here. Now let's look at her abilities. She starts off at a whopping 10% increase. Yes, just 10%. Ooh. So, now the one thing is I haven't actually got the screenshot on screen to show me. Obviously you guys can see, so I'm kind of hoping I've got that right. Here we go. Oh, and what's new? It won't bloody bring it up. Right. So we've got a way of doing this. On file. Whee! Doing. Doing. Here we go. Yes, she starts at 10%. So she's starting at 10%, and yeah, that's not too bad. Upgrading her to tier 2, we'll see 14%, 22%, 34%, and 50%. And that is her officer's ability, because that is what you're actually looking at. Sorry, I didn't change the screen over. There you go, officer ability. This is the one that works with the Amalgam. Now, I'm actually not going to lie with this one. I tried my Amalgam with this. I was pulling better with the original bridge crew I've currently got on. But I'm sure when she hits like tier 3, tier 4, she's actually going to start paying dividends. Although the RNG for getting her is pretty shocking. Yes, because I can't remember the last time I actually got a shard for her. Yeah, it's been that long since I got a shard for her. As you can see, she's currently sat on 5 out of 100, and that's going for tier 3. Yeah, that's going to be a long ass haul. But that's nothing. Wait till we get further into the video. So yes, you can put her on the bridge. And where would you put her? Well, it's simple. You put her in the captain seat. Take 2 of 11 out. Yes, don't put him on the bridge. You want Ston, Borgston, and then Baitor as captain. Because if you do somehow have the cloaking device, there she can benefit there. But obviously, the storage of 2 of 11 himself, yes, it says 35%. Let me just try something quickly. There you go, 20%. And the Amalgam's still checking my base. Yay, disco time. But, yeah, so 20% increase is not going to be an awful lot. I mean, that is cargo space. And we look at that, and if you look across at the stats, my cargo's dropped below 6 million. 5.3 million now, and that's just taking Borgston off. So, yeah. Put Baitor as captain, and what she'll do, she'll pull that extra 14% out of a base. Now, it's not going to be an awful lot. Alright, it's not going to be an awful lot. When on the Amalgam, she boosts the ship's loot ability by 14%. So, she's not adding 14% onto your 0.1%. She's taking that 0.1% and timesing it by 0.1%. Yes, that is it. That is all she's doing. She's taking that 0.01% and timesing it by a further 0.14%. Such an incredible thing. So, but yeah. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not a big fan on this ship. So, and I'll tell you why. Because look, if we put Storm back in there, right? And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to compare her against my best miner. 6.44 million. Yeah. 2% increase on the Amalgam. Now that is with the maximum. That is with the maximum cargo crew. Put Lalon under, you'll get a bit more. But the Amalgam works better when you're taking on those bigger bases. There's no, I'm not gonna say she's a crap ship. She's not. She's an ugly bitch, yes, but she's not a crap ship when taking on bigger bases. Now, if you're taking on bases with not so much materials, and let me just have a look. See, let's head home for a second, and because I know for a fact there's other bases. So here we go. Take my next door neighbour. So soldering iron. So good. Oh, he's got a shield up, so we can't use him. Have we got anyone else in here that's got no shield? Here we go. So who's this one? Chief Oroth. So shout out Chief Oroth on my alliance. So there you go. That's what he's got in his base at the minute. Yeah, at the time of recording. I will message him after this. Just say, by the way, you need to raise the shield, mate. But 50 billion steel, 2 billion titanium, and 500 million dilithium. So what are you going to pull out of there? Well, let's just say that's about 25% what I've got. And so you'd probably pull 2 billion on a pull, maybe, if you're lucky. Is it 2 billion? Yeah, I think, yeah, it's about 2 billion, maybe. So, yeah. Taking on a base like this is like medium level for the Amalgam. Yes, it is going to speed up the raiding a little bit. Me, in my opinion, it's not enough. That 0.1% needs to be at level 1, and at level 45, it wants to be around about 10%. And the reason I say that is we're going to take it to Star Trek Enterprise, Season 3, Episode 3, I think it is. The Enterprise comes across anomalies and ends up stranded. Yes, ends up stranded in these anomalies. Well, it actually ends up disabled. And then these pirates, for lack of a better phrase for them, swoop in and they raid Enterprise. The Amalgam is still going to take you several hours to drain something like this. Or in the trillions. It's going to take you hours still. Because something is nagging at me in the back of my head telling me that these maths are wrong. But I can only go by the numbers what the calculator says. And to me, raiding is get in, smash, grab, go. So really, the cargo bay on these things needs to be a hell of a lot bigger. Having the ship ability is all well and good. It is all well and good. But it's not enough, in my opinion. It's not enough. To raid a base with billions in it, I guarantee you it's going to take somebody around about 2 hours, probably, maybe 2 hours, and maybe that's just me being optimistic to drain my base. Even with an Amalgam, if there's multiple of them, they could probably drain it a bit faster because they'll be using multiple Amalgams of varying different levels. The bigger your Amalgam, the faster you're going to drain your base, right? There's no question about that. The bigger, the better it is, the faster you are going to drain the base. That 0.1% at the end on level 45 is going to be a godsend for those who can get it up there. But that's that. Now, I don't want to drag it down too much with the base raiding because there is a different loop. This is not just a one-trick pony. No, it's not. Now, blueprints, how do you acquire it? Well, when it was originally released, there was no free-to-play path put in for it. But one came a couple of months later. Where did that come? In Cosmic Cleanup. Yes, if we have a look in the event store, we've currently got the Cosmic Cleanup. I'm not even going to touch on this one. What a bloody joke. But here it is in the event store. And now, as you can see from the amount, it's limited to 13. That's how many pulls you would have needed to do for the Amalgam. And in it, you only get 8 blueprints. Yes. So 13 weeks is going to take you to build this up. 4 months. No, sorry. Not 4 months. 3 months and a week. Well, actually, when you actually divide the year down correctly, a 52-week year, it is actually 3 months. Yeah, straight 3 months just to pull this. And for those of you who can do maths, 8 does not go into 100. No, it doesn't. It's 96 and then 104. So you're going to have 4 blueprints left over. Yet, whoever decided this really can't do maths. Why they decided that we needed 4 left over, I don't know. But it's there, that's what it is. But it's grindable. Yes, you just go out, kill a load of hostiles. Let's have a quick look at the event. Yes, cosmic cleanup, here it is. Go out, shoot hostiles, build ships, spend materials on ships, and all you need is 100 of these lovely tokens to go out and get your boost. Yes. So, there you go. There's your path to getting the blueprints. Now, what about that other loop? Now, once you've got the amalgam, you open access to its refinery. Yes, there is a refinery for it. Now, this is a loop that you need to buy into, and you need to buy into it before you've got the amalgam. So you can start those 13 weeks of actually building into the loop ready. And how do you do that? Well, it's simple. Kill red dots. Yes, but not just any red dots. No. What you'll need to do is you'll need to go out of your base, out of the system, into Galaxy View, zoom across to this particular area of both Romulan space and Klingon space. But you need to pick one. Which one do you want? That's up to you. And so, there you go. Here's the Romulan systems. Starts at this level 28, just above the amalgam, and finishes with those blue ones that I've not even explored yet. That's the Romulan side. And this is the Klingon side. It starts off with the level 28, not Phelan, but the next one over, and ends in the blue ones. Again, not explored them because of high warp range. I can do it, just chose not to. But you don't want this first system because all these targets that you need start in the level 31 systems. And that's where we're going to go first. We're going to go here, and what you're going to do is you're going to bring your ship with BMC, or if you have a strong enough ship, maximum cargo, and that's if they can grind it out. And now, are we going to find one? Are we going to find one in here? No, we're not. Oh, we've got a load of my players in here. Okay. But no, by the looks of it, there isn't one. And what you're looking for is a level 31 survey ship. So let's go over to the next system. You're guaranteed to find one at some point. And they're all the same strength. They are all the same strength. And now this is embarrassing. Because there's not freaking one available. So let's move over to the next one. Just what you don't need when you're trying to keep your video short. I could edit it out, but I can't. But there you go. I can't be bothered to edit it out. Shows you what a pain in the backside it is to look for these things. But this is what you're looking for. These things. Now, they're all the same strength. Yes, doesn't matter what system you go in, they're all going to be 167,100 strength. And what they're going to give you? They're going to give you this. Obviously, the higher the system, the more plundered cargo you are going to be able to get. Now, remember, from the screenshots earlier, it's shipyard 31 to build the amalgam. So you ought to be getting these before you get your amalgam. Yes. So you need to start building these up as soon as possible. The more you build up, the better. And I would keep building. I would highly recommend that you try and aim before you've got the amalgam for around about 2 million. Yes, 2 million will be a nice little start. Because when you build the amalgam, you're going to gain access to its refinery. So, where do we go? Let's go into the refinery. Now, this loop has a grind to it, and it's a pain in the ass. And typical me, I forgot to do these. Never mind. But you want the amalgam tab. If I can just get hold of the amalgam tab. There it is. And you're going to go here. Now, you've got two special things here. Yes, you've got this plundered loot to amalgam parts and the amalgam refinery tokens. The refinery tokens are these gold and silver things right next to me, and the amalgam parts are the ones next to it. Yes, the amalgam parts is what's going to be a guarantee, because I've got 2 days left on the pull. I can't show you it. It's a 3-day cooldown on this thing. Yes, 3 whole days. But the amalgam parts, what you will get is you will get a set amount, which is guaranteed. These other bits are RNG based at all chances. There's about 4 or 5 different pulls. But what you're going to get, well, that's down to the RNG. Now, next to it, obviously, you can see is plunder. This is an Hexacom. This is what you're going to need, and you can only use it in conjunction with the amalgam. Yes, you cannot use it on any other ship, any other survey. It's only on the amalgam. And what does it do? No, we can't get that. So we're going to have to go somewhere else. We're going to have to go into the Hexacom factory. Yes, and it's in your Galaxy one. Here it is, right down at the bottom. Well, there you go. It's not going to come up. So, but as you can see from its description, plus 9,900% amalgam plundering. Yes, so when this thing is activated, and bear in mind your amalgam needs to be docked for it to work. Yes, it needs to be docked. So you activate it, you send your amalgam into one of those systems with this Hexacom activated. As you can see, it only lasts an hour. So you get in, you fill up your cargo bay, and it's going to take that 10,000 that you saw on that target, and it's going to times it by that. So let's break out quickly my handy dandy calculator. So what was it? 10.4 thousand or something like that. 2, 3, and then we need to multiply that by 9,900. It's going to make it several million. It's going to make it around about 1 million, if not higher. Yeah. These amalgam plundering Hexacoms are the bee's knees, and they are freaking awesome. I'm not going to deny that. The best part about this loop is the fact they're going to take that loot, they're going to multiply it by nearly 10,000 times. Yes, nearly 10,000 times. So bear that in mind. Now, like I said, you're going to take all that plundered loot. Yes, all that wonderful plundered loot, and you're going to go back into refinery. You're going to bring it here to this one, and you're going to refine it. Now, get as many plundered tokens as you can. Plundered tokens are going to cost you this, the plundered cargo. But 2 chests, 500,000. 500,000 each pull. That's for 2 chests. Yes, that's the one you want to be going for. Getting 2 every time. Build them up. Even if you don't use them, build them up every 3 days. Because obviously the more runs you can do into that space and get the more plundered cargo you can get. Yeah. You can easily, in 1 hour, especially if your part's close enough with your base, you could easily, in 1 hour, build 50 million up. Yeah, easy. If not, maybe 100 million. So, let's continue with the loop. Because it is a bit of a lengthy loop, but it's also a grinding loop. Yes, it is a pain in the ass. So, those refined tokens you're going to get, where you're going to take them? Well, it's simple. You're going to take them here into recruit. You're not going to take them to this joke. No, what you're going to do is you're going to take them to the Amalgam Special. And what you're going to do is you're going to take them in here. Now, we can view this. I can't pull one because my daughter was kind enough to accidentally press the pull button for me. She thought she was doing me a favour. So, we'll let her off. But what you get is you get a chance to get Honor Guard Wharf. Yes, this is the best bit. Like I said, it's these gold and silver things, refinery tokens. You're going to bring them here. It starts at 1,000, 4,000 for 4 chests, 20,000 for 20 chests. This is a linear drive, so build up as much as you want, do the pull that you want, because it's not going to cost you extra. It's only going to cost you, on average, 1,000 of these per chest. Now, this is where the joke really does land on the players here. This is the joke where Scopely is constantly laughing at you. So, you're going to get up on a guided wharf shards, and you've got a chance of 1, 2, 10, and a full pull. A full pull being 110. That's what you need to unlock it. That's what you need to do tier 1 to get yourself to tier 2. Mine's tier 2. I need 220, as you can tell by the numbers on the bottom. But I've only got 49. Then you're going to get some special exocoms, which is going to work towards helping you with your faction reputation. You've got positive ones, which is all the plus ones, and then you've got these rare negative ones. Yes, rare negatives. It obviously says negative, which means it's going to reduce the amount of negative reputation you get. So, for instance, let's take the Federation one. If you are going up against a Federation target building up your Romulan reputation, but you do not want to affect your Federation reputation too much, this is the one you're going to activate, because it's going to cut, say, a 10,000 drop in reputation, and it's going to drop it to 5,000. Yes, a 50% drop. Not bad. But, say like I just mentioned, you built up your Romulan reputation. Put this one on. So for every 1,000 reputation, it's going to increase it by 40%. So that's going to be times 4. So it's going to take that 1,000 reputation and make it 4,000 points. Yay! But the one thing is as well, there's actually bigger ones. Look, 70% ones. These are G4. I think these are G4 ones. I think. I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't actually say. But again, that is a massive boost, and it's really going to help with your reputation, faction reputation grinding. So I would highly recommend doing this. Like I said, this thing is grindable. It is a pain in the ass when it comes to grinding it, but it's doable. And then also you get these ship skin trackers, which you can get, and as you can see, everything in this box is all under chance. Now what are the odds? There you go. Wharf, you have a 91% chance of getting 1 shard. Wow. Wow. 91%. I have not pulled anything higher than a single shard. In all the times I've pulled this, not higher than 1 shard. But look at the drop just to get 2 shards. Goes from a massive 91% to a stupidly low 8%. Yeah. But then, to get 10 shards, it goes even low because it says it's less than 1%. So for 10 shards, it's less than 1% chance of getting it. Full pull. Don't even dream about it. Literally, just don't even dream about it. It's ridiculous. But that's what it is. Now, your consumables, those exocoms. There's your stats. A 30% chance of getting a -1, a 50% chance of gaining a G3 positive, and a 20% of gaining a G4 positive. The G4s are the 70%, the G3s are the 40%. So I was right. Hey, makes a change. Next up is the wildcards, and these are all the ship trackers. Don't entertain illusions of grandeur on getting the 720 shards. At 1%, you're really dreaming. But for getting the 24 shards is a better chance than even just getting the 12 shards. So, yeah, that's not too bad. But again, it's all RNG based. But as well, to make matters worse, there's no guarantee you're going to be doing this every 3 days. Because like I said, you need 1,000 of these just for one chest. Well, every 3 days, the lowest I've seen so far is 300. 300. So you think about that, right? 300. If you got that 4 pulls on the run, that's 12 days. 12 days to do 1 chest in here to have your 91% chance of getting 1 shard of Honor Guard Wharf every 12 days. And that's if you're really unlucky when it comes to RNG. Yeah. If you're really lucky with RNG, you'll get the 1000 every 3 days and you'll get maximum shards for Honor Guard Wharf. Yes. So it is a very grindy loop. A very grindy loop. But it's there. It's free to play. Can you grumble? Yes, on how long it takes. But it's there, so you can't grumble too much. But anyway, so my opinion on the Amalgam. She's a decent ship when she's tiered up properly. When you've got a decently high tier, she'll be decent. But as well, you also need big bases, big resources for it to actually be really beneficial. I still spend more time using my Antares raiding bases. If the maths don't work out right, I'll use the Amalgam on a quick run. If it's not breaking more than the Antares, we'll just say, for instance, 7 million. If it's not pulling more than 7 million, I'll use my Antares. But she's a good ship. So I'll leave you on that note. Further live streams will be coming every single Tuesday night now, starting the earliest will be 9:30 on a Tuesday night. What will be in the streams, I do not know. We'll just figure it out as we go. Also, I will, like I said at the beginning of the video, I will try to release videos more often and more content. I am still working on TOS Spark, but I'm going to wait for incursions to try that one out. Also, I just want to also bring attention to Twitch. Yes, I am up on there as well. I'm just literally throwing up streams where basically the only audio you're going to hear is the game music and game sound effects. I'll just randomly throw some comments in about what I'm doing, but it's just generally come along, have a chit chat, watch the game if you would like. But that's entirely your choice. But again, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and also drop your comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of the Amalgam. Are you loving it? Is it the best thing going for you? Or has it not really done much for base raiding for you? Or do you even bother using it for base raiding? I don't. I use it for plunder. Yeah. Anyway, I'd better hop off. This video's already gone on long enough. Catch you on the next one. In fact, be the next one. Be a live stream. Catch you on Tuesday. Stay safe. Live long and prosper. Good night.